If someone asked you today where babies come from, you'd give them a simple, definitive answer: biology. Sperm meets egg, mitosis happens, and 9 months later, a new human enters the world. It's middle school science. But what if I told you that for 99% of human history, our ancestors had absolutely zero clue? To them, a woman's belly expanding and giving birth to a miniature human wasn't biology. It was pure magic, a divine, supernatural phenomenon that had seemingly nothing to do with the men walking around them. So, when did humans finally connect the dots? When did we realize the actual cause of our own existence? And how did this single realization completely tear down, rebuild, and permanently alter human society, marriage, and power dynamics forever? To understand, we have to travel back to the very beginning. For hundreds of thousands of years, during the hunter-gatherer era, the human brain didn't look at cause and effect the way we do now. And the biggest obstacle to solving the mystery of life? It was the time gap. Think about it. There is a massive 9-month gap between intimacy and childbirth. In a world where survival meant constantly running from predators and foraging for food, a single moment from nearly a year ago was long forgotten by the time a woman started showing. So, what did they believe instead? Anthropological research shows that early tribes believed new life was brought by spirits, geography, or even the weather. Some cultures believed that if a woman slept under a specific tree, the soul of that tree would enter her womb. Even up into the 20th century, the Trobriand Islanders believed that ocean waves, or ancestral spirits, were the ones inserting babies into mothers. To them, a man was merely a helper who prepared the path, but he was by no means the creator. And things didn't automatically get better when civilization advanced. Even the greatest minds in history came up with bizarre theories. Aristotle, arguably one of the smartest men to ever live, argued that sperm didn't actually contain the blueprint for a baby. Instead, he claimed it acted as a cooking agent. He believed that a woman's menstrual fluid was the raw ingredient, and the male fluid simply cooked it into the shape of a human. Even the pinnacle of Greek philosophy was completely in the dark. But then came the ultimate turning point in the human story: the agricultural revolution. Roughly 10,000 years ago, humans stopped wandering, settled down, started farming, and domesticated animals. And this is where we found our very first real clue. Humans began to notice a pattern in the dirt. If they didn't plant a physical seed into the soil, crops would never grow. Cause and effect. At the exact same time, they started keeping livestock. They noticed that if a male sheep was kept completely isolated from the females, no lambs were ever born. Slowly, the dots connected. They realized that the fluid from a man was just like a plant seed, and a woman's body was the fertile soil that allowed it to grow. This became known as the seed and soil theory. For the first time, humanity understood the biological link between sex and reproduction. But this realization wasn't just a win for early science. It was a cultural earthquake that shattered human society and arguably stripped women of their autonomy for millennia. Before this discovery, many ancient societies were matrilineal. Lineage was traced through the mother because nobody knew who the father was anyway. Children belonged to the entire tribe, not a single man. But the moment a man realized, that child is my seed, that child carries my legacy, everything shifted. Patriarchy. Suddenly, men wanted to pass down their land and possessions exclusively to their own genetic bloodline. And to ensure that the child a woman gave birth to was indisputably theirs, men began controlling women's freedom, bodies, and sexuality. This fundamental need for genetic certainty is what birthed the strict, legal institution of marriage as we know it today. A tiny biological realization transformed family structures, religion, ownership, and law overnight. Yet, the male ego didn't stop there. In 1677, when Antony van Leeuwenhoek invented the microscope and looked at sperm for the very first time, scientists fell into a whole new delusion. They looked through the lens and convinced themselves that inside the head of every single sperm, there was a microscopic, fully formed, pre-made human sitting inside, which they named the homunculus. They argued that a mother's womb was literally just an incubator, and the man provided 100% of the actual human. It took centuries of further scientific breakthroughs to finally dismantle this and realize that life isn't a one-sided takeover. It's a beautiful, perfectly balanced, 50-50 genetic blend of both DNA profiles. Today, we take this basic knowledge for granted. We read it in textbooks and move on. As a result, for hundreds of thousands of years, the arrival of a new child was viewed as a profound, divine mystery. Science gave us the answers, but in doing so, it erased the magic our ancestors felt under the night sky. The belief that new life was a direct blessing from the universe itself. Do you think this realization ultimately made human society better, or did it pave the way for control and inequality? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you love deep dives into history and human evolution, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you in the next one.